Manchester City have signed Tijani Reijnders, and this could be one of the best transfers of the entire Premier League summer window. Today we'll explain why Pep Guardiola was so desperate to bring the Dutch midfielder to the Etihad, and why the Premier League might not be ready for City's latest secret weapon. City fans, make sure to like this video so even more fans around the world can see what your club is building. Thanks! Now let's break it down. City will pay Milan a fixed fee of either 55 or 58 million euros for 8 years, plus bonuses. Some are easy to trigger, some are harder. Reliable journalist Matteo Moretta says, Milan could easily reach a total of 65 million euros. The full package is around 70 million euros. So 65 million euros seems like the most likely figure City will pay. But is that too much for a midfielder from a team that finished 8th in Serie A? Well, Transfermarkt currently values him at 50 million euros. But remember, he was under contract with Milan until 2030. And when you consider that the fixed part starts at 55 million euros, this could actually be a very smart deal by City's new sporting director Hugo Viana. 55 million or even 65 million euros isn't much when you realize this guy could be Kevin De Bruyne's replacement. Yes, you heard that right. De Bruyne is leaving the club this summer, and that's a painful goodbye for every City fan. He's one of the greatest players in the club's history, but even legends can't escape reality. The reason is simple: he just can't keep up with the intensity of modern football anymore. Due to recurrent injuries, Kevin played just 34 out of 78 possible Premier League matches over the last 2 seasons. That's only 43.6%. He was open to extending his contract, but Pep said a clear and final no after a season that ended without any trophies. Guardiola made that decision with full backing from the board and got a contract extension until 2027 in November 2024. Now the rebuild is officially underway. Tijani Reijnders is just the first of several new signings promised by club chairman Khaldoon Al-Mubarak, and it's all part of a plan to build a fresh squad ahead of the FIFA Club World Cup. We already started rebuilding this team in January, Khaldoon told the club last week. We have clearly identified who our targets are, in which positions, and we have our obvious first option, our obvious second option. Our aim is to prepare a new squad for the Club World Cup. City spent around £180 million in the January window alone, on the likes of Abdulkadir Husanov, Amar Marmoush, Nico Gonzalez, Vitor Reis, Djumouba, and Christian McFarlane. And let's not forget Claudio Echeverri, who was signed earlier and surprisingly started the FA Cup final loss against Crystal Palace. Now they've added Reijnders and are closing in on Ryan Atnouri from Wolves and Ryan Cherki from Lyon. This is a full-on rebuild. It's FIFA career mode in real life. And yeah, it's all happening while City is still facing those infamous 115 charges. So why Reijnders? Why was Pep so obsessed? Tijani always dreamed of playing under Guardiola. As a kid, he idolized Andres Iniesta. He wears number 14, a tribute to Johan Cruyff, the man who influenced both Pep and the philosophy behind total football. Tijani is a player who studies the game deeply. He is known for his football intelligence and hunger to improve in every aspect of his game. Back in 2023, Xavi wanted him at Barcelona, but Reijnders chose Milan instead. Why? He was attracted by the tradition of Dutch legends at Milan, Rijkaard, Gullit, Van Basten, but more importantly, Milan had a clear plan for him. Barcelona didn't. Now, how will Pep use him? At Milan, Reijnders played as part of double pivot in a 4-2-3-1 and also in a midfield 3 in a 4-3-3. So we know he can be flexible. His defensive stats is still a work in progress though. Only 0.8 tackles per 90, lowest among Serie A midfielders with 1,000 plus minutes. Just 3.6 possession regains per 90, again among the lowest. But at City he'll be paired with Rodri, arguably the best ball winner in world football, so he won't need to be a pure destroyer. Pep could also use him higher up, possibly as an interior in a 4-1-4-1. According to Opta journalist Ali Tweedale, City paid big for Reijnders because of his similarity to Kevin De Bruyne. You can see it in his line-breaking passes. 47 defensive lines broken with a pass, most in Serie A. 147 midfield lines broken, 7th in the league. 26 passes that broke 2 lines, 3 passes that broke 3 lines. Only 4.4% of those passes led directly to chances, but that could change at City with a target like Erling Haaland. Plus, Reijnders isn't just a passer, he's a goal threat too. 10 league goals, his best ever season. Only Scott McTominay scored more among central midfielders. 77 shots, most of any non-striker in Serie A. He constantly attacks space, runs into the box from deep, and even makes runs beyond the striker. He is great at receiving in tight spaces, turning under pressure, and progressing the ball vertically. Only 4 players made more carries in Serie A than Reijnders, and 3 of them were center backs. He averaged 11.8 meters per carry, second best in the league. When it comes to progressive carries, only Matteo Guendouzi had more among non-defenders, and he was 6th overall for shot and in carries. All of this points to one thing: in Guardiola's system, Reijnders could become a diamond. He's in his prime, he's ambitious, and he's never won a major trophy. But now he's in the perfect environment to change that. This might be the perfect match. A world-class coach with a world-class project and a player ready to explode. Who knows, maybe Tijani Reijnders will be City's next superstar. If you enjoyed this deep dive, hit that like button, subscribe, and let us know in the comments. Where do you think Reijnders will fit into Guardiola's system? Thanks for watching.